What's up, my boos and my booettes? We're back for another Saturday Scares. I'm a little pissed off today because I couldn't find my vampire cape. I was supposed to be a vampire. Bought a brand new cape and I can't find it. So I'm gonna have to either like find it and wear it for my stream later or wear it tomorrow or next week, I guess. I still got like, when is Halloween? Oh, I still got 2 Saturdays. It's 5 Saturdays in this month, so I still got time, but I'm a little mad. And I had to make a makeshift like Wonder Woman outfit because the shirt that I bought was too tight. That shit was gonna cut off my fucking circulation. But I got on the cape and I got on this, so just gonna have to do for today. And then plus DC fandom, so I gotta hurry up and do this so I could try to like do the trailers for that. But I got 4 short videos today. The first one is Don't Hunt a Mermaid, a Night from Horror Nightmare Radio. This is from Kelly. The next one after that is gonna be 300 House Animated. That's from Yes I'm That Guy. And then I think these other two might be also from the same person because they're short. They're from Meat Cane, of course. Child, y'all know I can't with Meat Cane. So we're gonna go ahead and get into the first video. Hopefully y'all having a spooky Saturday. I can't find my vampire cape. We're gonna save the day anyway, I guess. Oh. Not her waking up like this. Not these boobs. No wonder it's like, I ain't gonna be able to show this. Yo, how this even on YouTube, fam? She out here butt ass naked. Now I got more edited to do, bro. I'm gonna have to censor all this. How they let them put this online? I'm gonna have to just cut out the part where she naked, bro, because I ain't got time to be doing extra editing today. And she filthy, like, ew. This what we doing? So here all that plastic moving on top of this brush. Okay. She wasn't even that far, bro. They really got this girl out here dirty and naked in the woods like this. How y'all put this on YouTube? You must be trying to take everything offline. All that noise. Her whole back meat is out from behind this tree, bro. Okay. Girl, if you gonna throw it, throw it. Or you finna beat him in the head with it and possibly get shot. That was so dumb. What are we watching? You ain't gonna wait till he leave. You just gonna throw the rock and immediately get up like he wasn't gonna hear you too. Girl, what is this? She need to find a puddle of water so she can turn back into a mermaid. What we doing? They really got her out here ass naked. Like, I don't know about this one, y'all. This gonna be cut. A lot of this gonna be cut out. This ain't even salt water though. Like, it still works the same. Bro. Girl, you ain't even in salt water. You over here in this little musty river? How? Why was you out anyway, Ariel? I'm tired. Her grill though. The scariest thing about this is her being half naked in this dirt and naked in this dirt. Ain't no telling what she got. Okay. We're gonna go on to the next video. I don't even know what to say about that because that's not even salt water. If she's supposed to be a mermaid, that's like a dirty river. But I guess she living her best life. This one is 3 scary haunted house animated horror stories. We're gonna see what this one about.
I thought I'd share some stories from the haunted
Oh
house I
Lord, here
lived
we
in
go.
growing up. I lived there from the ages of 5 to age 13. I have 2 older brothers. We have all experienced things there, including my dad, who was too stubborn to talk about it or acknowledge it. At the end of our time living there, my mom had enough and called a priest in to bless the house. Things did not stop, and we ended up moving a few minutes away into a new subdivision. Things always felt a little off in the house. I'd get hit with instant fear and dread when I would go into certain rooms or walk up the stairs. It started off, for me, in my room. Books would fall off the shelf, even though they were tightly secured with bookends. At night, I would see colored shapes floating in my room.
Not
I
the
had a little
orbs.
radio with a rock cassette in it, and it would start playing randomly. My brothers and I would frequently share the same dreams, which were usually very gruesome for us being so young. We all witnessed a tall black figure either outside of our rooms, on the stairs, or at the end of the hallway. We would never go to the bathroom at night in fear of it. Upstairs, we had a little hallway in which to get to the bedrooms. It had a banister on the left overlooking the lower part of the house and a wall on the right. My mom had a wooden shelf on the wall filled with these tiny collectible ceramic houses. One night she heard things dropping on the floor downstairs. When she woke the next morning, she discovered all of the tiny houses had been thrown over the banister onto the floor downstairs. The shelf that held these was much too high for my brothers and I to ever reach, and we wouldn't ever dare to touch them anyway. My mom was home alone one day. She was tidying up all of our rooms. She went into her room and made the bed, which had a large amount of decorative pillows on it, and then left to tidy up the next room. She went back into her room, and the pillows were scattered all over the floor. In my parents' room, if you were to sit on the bed, you could look into the bathroom, which had a huge wall-length mirror on it. One day I was sitting on the bed, and something compelled me to look at the mirror. I saw a face floating above me. Just a face. It wasn't a regular-looking face, though. It was something out of a horror movie. Needless to say, I got the fuck out of there pretty quick. We used to have a little step stool in the bathroom for us to stand on while brushing our teeth. We could hear it dragging on the floor in the middle of the night. Most mornings we would all wake up and find the step stool in a different place
So
upstairs.
are y'all haunted or the place
My
where y'all
brothers
keep
and I
going
had
haunted?
rooms on the second floor. One night, my brother started screaming and crying. My parents rushed in. They told my parents that they saw a face in the window. One night my mom walked upstairs and found my brother sitting on the floor, just staring at the clock on his wall. She stood there a few minutes and he continued staring. When she asked why he was staring at the clock, he responded, "It's floating on the wall and keeps moving around." A bunch of times while watching television, the image on the screen would warp. It would not stop until I turned it off. Usually this would happen when there were faces on the screen, which was terrifying. A number of times when I was leaving to walk to school, I was outside the house. I would look at the house from across the street and would see a tall, black figure appear in one of the windows. It was a different window every time. Things would fall and break. Our dog was constantly cowering. We'd all be downstairs having dinner, and the toilets would flush upstairs. We had a piano downstairs, and at night we would hear several keys being played.
Child,
the song in my head.
Y'all ain't got the hint yet.
It was 3 notes being played on the bass
Child,
clef
exercise
area
this
on the
house.
left side.
That's too many occurrences.
3 lowest notes you could hit on a piano.
Not to go sit here and play that music like that.
Actors really need to know how to produce their own content. Not only that, they need to know how to make money with it, for reasons you may...
I live in Louisiana, southern U.S. for anyone not from the States, and we were affected quite severely by the flood back in August. Our house took in 4 feet of water. We started to rebuild, and this took place once we got moved back in. Most of the rooms in the house, aside from 2 bedrooms and the bathroom, had no walls up, only studs. We're still not quite done, but wanted to be back in our house as soon as possible and not staying with family. My boyfriend's dad built the house, raised his family here, and died here. So we get up one morning and I start getting kids ready for school while he gets ready for work. With kids on the bus and him out the door by 7, I decided I'm going back to bed since insomnia had reared its ugly head the night before. Around 9 o'clock, I wake up to the sound of the front door. I figured my boyfriend forgot something, so I just laid there listening. I heard the door open, then close, and slow, deliberate footsteps through the living room and down the hallway. I open my eyes, still in bed, and look out the doorway and see what I think is him peering around the corner looking in our bedroom. I only saw a head wearing a welder's hat and a shoulder in a bright yellow shirt.
That's what a welder's hat look
air
like?
conditioning work and wears this stuff all the time. It was only there a second, then seemed as though he went into the bathroom since the door is adjacent to ours and only a few feet away. I wait a few more minutes, then call out to him. No answer. I get up to check and the bathroom door is open, light off, no one there. I peek into the kids' room,
up in your house, you ain't gonna do
no
nothing
one.
but just, hey,
Check
hello,
the front
you
door
there?
and back doors, both locked. At this point, I'm kind of freaking out. I sat in the kitchen trying to collect my sanity and my phone rings. It was my boyfriend.
ABC.
He didn't come home that morning and was, in fact, across town. I tell him the story and he starts laughing. Apparently his dad, who died 6 years before we met, wore bright yellow and a welder's hat all the time. He also walked slowly and heavily. Guess he was trying to tell me to get up and do something with my day. I already knew the house was haunted when I moved in. 4 of my boyfriend's family members have died here, and they hang around.
But
I've seen shadows, and we hear noises, voices, and knocking quite often. It's never anything malicious. At times it has caused me to
if
check
I'm
my
asleep
kids,
and ghosts waking me up
and
my sleep,
usually
I ain't
when
got.
they need
We got a whole
too.
problem. Ghosts waking me up out my sleep.
This happened when I was 4 up until 6 years old, but I remember it perfectly. The first years of my life were spent in a Montreal suburb in the South Shore in a small and dark house. My dad was in the early stages of his career, so this is what they could afford, despite my mother hating the house due to its negative energy. She's psychic and can sense these things. I have always been psychic as well, and as a child, I was constantly too afraid to go into certain places of the house, such as the basement, but most certainly not the far side of the garden. The garden was shaped like an L, and at the bottom part of the L was where I said Chocodella Facile lived. Here's what I came to talk about, Chocodella Facile. Every single night, without a doubt, this entity would appear to me in a dream. Chocodella Facile was its name, and each dream would happen like a script. I would be in my home, standing at the end of our hallway. It was pitch black, and the dream would always start with a woman's sing-song voice singing Chocodella Facile in a very distinct way. After this, I would see a pinpoint of a drop of yellow, which would expand until it became bigger and bigger, which was the entity's face, which was a yellow round circle without any features, galloping towards me. I would always be chased by it around the house, and the dream would always end with me being forced to go into the far side of the garden, its home. It was one of those terrors where you would turn around, and it would always be in front of you. Chocodella Facile was very strange looking. It had a yellow round face without any sort of features on it. It was wrapped in a kind of white blanket and had cat paws for feet. It was maybe 2 feet off the ground and was around the same size as a medium-sized dog. I would complain to my parents, and since my dad doesn't believe in the paranormal, he just chalked it up to vivid nightmares. But my mom believed it was something more sinister. I got to the point where I refused to sleep alone, and since this was happening every night, my dad grew wary of me interrupting his sleep. My mom decided to help. At first, she asked me a lot of questions and to draw him, I told her he was very bad and scary, and that he didn't like me specifically. I have a younger brother, but he never seemed to bother anyone else except me. I told her he lived on the far side of the garden near this particular tree. She admitted later that she always felt uneasy in this area. When I was 6 years old, we moved to Vancouver from that house, which is on the other side of Canada. I told my mom that he wanted to follow me, and she tried to reassure me he wouldn't.
For next week.
He did.
I like reading
The
those.
first night in our new apartment, I went to sleep and heard the same sing-song voice announcing its name. I was then chased around the apartment before the dream ended.
Run.
In these dreams, I was always inside the home I was living in and never in an imaginary place. They were also incredibly vivid, and I would wake up crying or in a sweat. My mother told me I needed to confront it and tell it that it wasn't welcome in this new home.
Mom.
The next evening, I mustered up the courage, and I
Not
did.
telling your child to tell
To
the
this
ghost you
day,
ain't welcome here.
It has never reappeared, not even once. The only time I have ever seen the entity outside of a dream was at my country house in Alberta. I was in the cabin and started freaking out and hyperventilating, pointing to an old fireplace he was standing next to, watching me. I would like to ask for help, suggestions, or ideas and theories, because it was such a big part of my childhood, and I always wondered about its nature. I say entity because part of me thinks it could have been a demon because of the non-human-like qualities, but I have always had a feeling it was a man. I should also say that in my childhood home, a man had committed suicide a few years back, I think in the basement. The name Chocodella Facile could be Latin. A friend in uni thought it meant something along the lines of, I come and go easily, but this has been contested by other Latin speakers. In French, which I speak, facile means easy, as it does in Latin, but I'm stumped of the Chocodella part. It could also be two
Not
parts.
them filming the booty over here.
Any help would be greatly appreciated.
Not you still looking for help. It's still following you, because if not, I'd be like, holler. Child, it couldn't be me. I ain't got time to be trying to figure that shit out. Not this 3 Target horror stories. Next, we got Let's Go, the Baby from Meat Canyon. I don't know why. It's only a minute. That's the only reason I'm gonna watch this.
Watch. He turns into the car. Because you know the lyrics of the song.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
All right, we don't know him.
Rapper. Hold up. Whoa!
Ugh.
It's the baby. Bro, I was just showing my girl memes about you. Let's go.
Ugh.
Let's go. What are you doing, man?
Jeremy, stop him!
Hey, get off my girl! Don't touch her, bro! Let's go.
Ugh.
The babies, they're everywhere.
Not the bruh. I'm
Hold
finna
up.
go.
Don't touch me!
Get off me, man! Let's go.
What is this?
No! Don't hurt him!
What the fuck is this?
Let's go. Let's go.
This was the most disgusting.
Let's go. Hold up.
Meat Canyon is so fucking disturbing. Like, what you gotta be going through?
With the Let's Go shirt.
What you gotta be going through for to be making shit like this? Ugh. I'm mad I watched that. Now they got a Space Jam season. Oh my god.
Super happy to be here in the Looney Tune universe. Look at me. I'm a cartoon.
What's up, Doc?
Are you serious?
You got a tight little man pussy on you, don't you?
Excuse me?
Ah, it stinks. Nice and good.
What?
What is this? I've been here before.
Dribble these cheeks, Bugs. Let's see how stinky those fingertips can get.
Is there a problem, Bugs?
What the fuck are we doing? Why are y'all like this? Ugh.
This has all happened before.
Of course it has. Now say the lines, Bugs. We've all been waiting for so long.
Don't just say the lines, you wascoey wabbit.
Look how they drew the
Juan
grandma.
the three-finger bowling ball treatment.
He's gonna do it, guys. Just give him a second.
I got LeBron like this, bruh.
We love when you do the lines, Bugs.
I don't want to say it.
This shit right here is disturbing as fuck.
Sure you do. Without that, what are you? Those lines are what make you special. Without those lines, you're just another long-eared bunny.
Not them clapping.
Looking like a double wide surprise. Looking like a double wide surprise. God damn. This little rabbit's hopping down.
Has he done this before? What are we doing? Oh wow. What's he saying? Well, I am genuinely disturbed. Okay.
What does it mean to be a champion?
Oh, not this. I'm tired. I'm not doing that. I'm not. Bro, what in the whole fuck is going on with that? Oh my god, I hate me, Ken. They don't get me wrong, like I don't hate them, but like that shit is so creepy and unnecessary. Oh my goodness. Child. But if y'all wanna, it's 2 more Saturdays in the month, so if y'all wanna see me react to some videos y'all like, make sure to add me on Twitter and do hashtag M2TRSS so that I'll be able to see your videos. I'm gonna get out of here. Peace.